All right. Hello. Don't ask why I'm on the side of the road. There's another video for that you will never see. So I have a goal, and that goal is to get home. To get home from here in under 30 minutes, which is very possible since I basically drove for about a minute until something happened that led me to pull over here. But I have a stopwatch, and it's not very easy, by the way. I have to drive very fast for a very long period of time. And once I turn around, I'm going to pick up my phone and start my stopwatch. And it's going to be very cool, you know, just some back roads driving, but you know, with a bit of a goal in mind. Since I love driving with goals in mind, oh, there's someone behind me. All right, we're starting now. So, I turned the air conditioning off to save gas, but I'm not doing that anymore. So, yeah, don't ask why I was parked on the side of the road. That was 100% planned, as always. And so these roads are very cool, driven on them a lot. This is one of the 3 ways I can go home, and this is my preferred way home. I'm in this car, so I know them very well. So the hard part about getting home is actually not the roads themselves, not that the timing is super tight or anything, but it's the cars. Thankfully, they're not turning, but most people turn here. So I would have to pass them here. And in knowing all these roads, I also know all of the all of the safe passing spots, of course. And the fact that this is a safe road, not in the United States. So it's just about always being ahead. There does come a point where I can't exactly drive spiritedly anymore, and so the goal is really to, for the next 20 minutes, go as fast as possible, but also safely, since, you know, these aren't exactly open fields. You know, they're proper back roads, of course, with, you know, it's safe and all, but I'm not exactly on a salt flat, so I could be a maniac and drive that, I don't know, 200 kilometers the entire way there. Which is very possible in this car. Like, I could do that and maintain it, but 200 might be a bit high, but you get my point. I think this car goes 200. Kilos, of course. You know, we're not in the US, of course. So stuff like this is the problem, right? People generally don't go fast because they own slow cars. And so the big problem is when there's more than one person ahead of me at a time, and I have to figure out where to pass safely. Like, there's another car coming, I can't pass these guys, even though this is a safe passing spot. I could see a little glance. Well, not anymore, but there's another passing spot. This loses time. And I presume, since they're both a 1 Series and an i3, I presume that they're, yeah, and then there's, okay, the car that I thought was coming towards me is actually heading the same way I am, which is bad. It's really, really bad. It's like a speed run, a very RNG dependent speed run, since you can't really control how people drive. You know, I could pass them here safely, but I will also not break any. I'm not passing on double yellows. There is a dotted line soon. fastest time is about 29 minutes from here to my destination. And there were some slow points, so it can be improved. Generally, I'm a little wary here because it's a deer-ridden area, but I've never seen a deer come out in the daytime here. So it's kind of like, well, this car's been hit by a deer once. I don't really want it to happen again. Yeah. What I've learned is that generally when passing, thankfully they didn't turn the correct way. When passing, if you can't pass all the cars at once, it's generally not worth it. But I found out that when you're trying to min-max time, when you're trying to min-max time, like I am here, which by the way, you shouldn't do this normally, like min-max time, like trying to weave between traffic on the highways and like, you know, save seconds normally is like, you're not on a racetrack. You know, I'm just trying to simulate it because this is safe, and I know it's safe, and also I'm not on the highway. But generally, it's not worth it. But when you know, when you're speed running, you know. All right, that was in 6th gear to talk, but I came here to walk, not to talk. Let's go. I always slow down when a car is coming, when a car is oncoming, because there's no reason not to slow down when a car is oncoming, unless you're insane and not real. Like that. Like, imagine if I blew past this corner at full speed, which I could have, but it's insane. There's no reason to do that. It would be worth passing them here. That is a slingshot ahead of me. Passing that is going to be really fun. This is why it's a fun challenge, because I can't just blow past it, right? Like, I could easily, at like maybe 3 in the morning, very safely and easily with no other cars on the road, get like, I don't know, like 25 minutes usually from here to my destination, saving like a good 19 minutes or so. But when you're faced with normal drivers, like normal people, it's an entirely different story. It's like other racers, it's like NPCs on the racetrack. That's what it's like. And sometimes playing against the NPCs is really fun. And I think it's fun to be like, well, oh shucks, I'm being slowed down. I gotta make up this time elsewhere. You know, obviously I don't want to actually bother the people just trying to go on with their day. That's really obnoxious. I've had a few people, like, they're up all on me, like really, really close trying to pass. Like, that's so necessary, you know? Even, I think this is a reasonable following distance if you're trying to pass someone, but usually I try to stay further back. And thankfully, they're both turning right, which is also why I tend not to pass too aggressively, because usually people aren't actually going the way I'm going. And it's kind of like, well, do I really want to agitate someone to save a good, like, 5 seconds? It's not really worth my time. This is the biggest time save, because this is the longest straight. Yeah, there's a car coming over that hill. I'm gonna slow down quite a bit. The gas can. That is an F-150, as in like an F-250. Oh, excuse me. I'm not gonna do it because of cars. I mean, I still kind of will. Yeah, I like taking this turn wide because I can. It's a lot smoother. Tires are fine, but I feel like I ran over something. Show me immediately anyway. There is a vehicle coming out up there, and they're coming towards me, so I gotta slow down because it's a one-lane bridge. I mean, it says it's a narrow bridge, but it's effectively a one-lane bridge. You know, you either chose to eat concrete or go over the line a little bit, and I will choose to not eat concrete. So this person isn't turning, it seems, but I was about to say this is a really good passing zone. I might still be able to get them safely, get both of them here. There's another car up there as well, so I'm gonna, yeah, okay, it's the same, I got it. All right. Careful here. Alright, and just in time. Alright, so this is a blind corner. I'm going to slow down here a lot. Even though grip-wise, I'm perfectly fine. Shift into third. Not so blind corner, but there's another vehicle. I don't want to. Another one, Sequoia. So cool. And then there's no real use in passing the Soul, even though I definitely could. It's kind of way too aggressive, don't you think? To be fair, if I don't pass them, it's kind of a lot of time lost. Because if they turn left, then they're going to be, I know where they're going to go, and it looks like they're turning right. They're turning right. I made the correct decision. Alright. So we're getting it very close to charted territory. You know, very few passing zones and significantly more residential. A few troopers actually live in this area, so I don't want to go too insane. After this, there's one more long straight / passing area, and from there, it's just about maximizing the speed limit. I could probably go faster here. That's a C5, I think. Yeah. Very cool. You know, I'm always scared. I wonder if law enforcement, well, troopers specifically, since I don't think I don't think city police can take their vehicles home, but I always wonder if state troopers have speed enforcement on at home. Oh, shit. I gotta hang back for a little bit. It's actually worse to pass when you're right on a vehicle, right? Like, if you think about it, if you're tailgating someone, you don't have time to build up speed. You know, like, if you're tailgating someone who you want to pass, then you're going to be going their speed. So if you... Shit. Okay. So I could pass safely now. Well, I could have, like, 5 seconds ago, but it's kind of insane, don't you think? Alright. a smooth road whatsoever. It's not even. It's kind of dubious. But now that I'm going to be leading, unless I get caught behind someone, which is extremely likely, by the way, I will save at least a full minute just from that one pass, even though I'm not that far ahead of them right now. My brakes are cooked, by the way. My brakes are cooked. My brakes are cooked. My brakes are cooked. Okay, so it doesn't seem like I'm going to be behind anyone, though I have to be a lot more lenient from now on, because even though it's still, yeah, there's no more passing zones from here. That was the last one, and that is the last known trooper living space. So they're actually really nice around here. I don't know about troopers in other states. That is a Trailblazer. That's a goofy Trailblazer. These guys are going 70. And I'm the one, well, I was the one being reasonable, but... Okay, I lied. There's one more passing area. Actually, I think I lied again. I think it's actually not. No, yes, there is. There's one more, but it shouldn't be. It's just not really relevant. And also, it's such a busy road, it doesn't matter. So, this is a good opportunity to check my stop loss. 17. Okay. Wasn't too bad. I didn't pull out of them that close to them, and I'm already matching their speed. There's a Chevy Sonic anyway. Ugh, I am begging that this truck does not turn the way I'm turning. But also, I'm gonna have to stop at the light, which sucks as well. That's bad. This is the only light that's actually relevant here. Huh. Okay. So 18, might as well look at it until light turns. Can you believe that there's a Hummer EV now? There are two of them that are just sitting at a GM dealer. Nothing to talk. What the? I did not see the light turn at all. Ugh, that's what the light does do, I guess, right? Ugh, I screwed myself. I really did. This is gonna cost me. We had all that fun before, but now it's just nothing. So there's two ways I could do this. If there's no one coming, I could go now, which I will. It's kind of a blind corner. I could have waited, but that's another like 30 seconds. can't really even see anything anyway. This is why you buy a fast car. Like, buy, like, just a relatively cheap, not for 30 grand, but for like 10 or 15 car with like 250 to 300 horses that's also light, right? Get something with like a mid 4, 0 to 60, and you're good. You're good. You're fine. You know, you can compete with basically anything. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh my god, yo, that's sick. I'm so glad I got that on camera. All right, he said, come on. That is so cool. Man, I never see stuff like that around here. The problem with Delaware is that there's nothing cool here at all. There's like nothing cool. We have a Porsche dealership, so there is some Porsches, you know, just chilling. I know there's at least one person with like a GT3. Or it could technically be a GT2. I only saw it at night, but I know it's a 992 GT3. No, it can't be a GT2 because there isn't a 992 GT2 yet. So it's a GT3, but I don't know what. All I know is that I saw the wing, and but other than that, there's like nothing cool. There's quite a few 911s. Obviously, all the old people live here. There was a 991 Turbo S that was just chilling. It's a 991.1 Turbo S that was just chilling from, it was out of state, to be fair. Everything cool here is out of state. I'm trying to think of the coolest in-state car that I've seen. There's several McLarens. There's a 650S I saw not too long ago. The guy glanced over at me, you know. I mean, I got some respect from a 650S owner, you know, a 650S owner with an aftermarket wing on their car, but, you know, I'm really not going to get anything better, aren't I? All right. Accord Coupe is not 8th gen. I'm not sure. Yeah, really trying. I'm trying so hard. Everything cool is from North Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania too. There's a bunch of cool stuff there, but nothing in Delaware. In Maryland too. Maryland has some sick cars. Literally, even this car I bought from Virginia. Like, it didn't even come from here. It's so disappointing. Nothing is in Delaware at all. There's one other guy in my area that I know of who has a 987 Boxster, you know, but that's also guards red. Oh my god, please. But even then, it's like, alright, we are very close to our destination. Extremely close. I think I'm actually gonna make it. 23. We got it. So I really don't think I'm gonna make it under 2, but I'll shave at least a couple of minutes off. And I kind of have to add a good 60 seconds to whatever the final time is, so maybe it won't be that good anyway. But it's cool to like just drive fast with a goal in mind, you know? Just some good old fun driving. There's some really good roads in Delaware too. Like, I'll be nothing like, you know, a canyon run or anything. You know, Delaware's not that hilly. Pennsylvania's excellent to drive. But you know, there's some pretty good straights in here. You know, I could probably reach top speed on one of them if I was fearless, but I'm not fearless. Alright. Extremely close to the destination. To the 20 people watching this who also have or want to own a cool car, I don't want to say don't make the mistake I did, because I didn't make a mistake. You know, this car hasn't treated me too badly at all. Everything that's failed has kind of been my fault. Like, I had a misfire, and it was my fault. Well, it was a spark plug in the coil, so that was easy. And I mean, all of the biggest issues with this car are cosmetic. So I mean, it's treating me well. Get a car that you can handle, but it's fun, you know. By the way of our Lord, go buy an 8th generation Accord Coupe V6 manual. You know, I mean, you don't get rear-wheel drive, but who cares about rear-wheel drive? Who cares? You know, if you don't have 25 grand to spend on this car, go buy a 996 and sell it 1 year later before it blows up. Or buy a base. Just buy a base. Just buy the 5-speed. I would have never done that, ever. Just to be clear, I'm advocating that you do something that I would not have done, but just make sure to, I mean, you know, it's much cheaper. You can get them for under 20 grand. Buy it via 500 apart. You can get them for like 10 grand with like 50,000 miles. Don't buy a BMW, and if you do, don't badge it. Don't put M badges on your car. Alright. So, our final time is 26 minutes and 44 seconds. Excellent. Truly excellent. So I'm proud of that. I'm done here. I hope that you guys enjoyed my drive. That's wrong. You guys don't enjoy anything. That's actually not true. The like 10 people that watch my videos actually do really like just me randomly driving with this terrible camera. And I only get to see whether or not the angle was good until after I watch it. So sick, amazing, cool.